Recording in progress.
Hey you guys! Hello everyone. Hi, I don't know if it's Ko, Anne, Abigail, Sophia. Welcome to today's webinar. This is going to be a fun one. We're going to be doing a festive 4th of July look featuring a bold lip. So I'm wearing my denim here. And we're going to be playing with lots of fun colors today, red, white, and blue. So if you guys have any of those shadows, grab your brushes. I got mine right here. And I'm going to be using this palette today. I figured we could add some stars somewhere. And we're definitely going to be doing a nice bold red lip. And you guys let me know, do you guys want it more, I don't know how you guys do your 4th of July makeup, but do you guys normally do something a little bit more bold and fun and different, or do you guys play it safe and keep it real simple? Hi guys, hi everyone. Keep everyone saying hello. Awesome. Wow, from San Antonio, Texas. Amazing. I see Rusha, people that have been here before, which is awesome. Okay, so some of you guys are saying bold look with a fun twist. So when you guys say bold, do you guys like add glitter? Do you guys just make it bright? Is there something that you guys do differently than your everyday makeup? Okay, so some of you guys are saying simple and some of you guys are saying adding glitter. Hi, Jazzy from Canada. Anne says, I'll be working making the most. Okay. Hi, Maria, I remember you. I'm actually working on 4th of July too in the morning. I have a client, but I'm then hopefully doing something. Don't have any plans. And yes, it is very hot today, Maria. I don't know where you guys are all from, but it is really hot out there, so stay cool, guys. Stay cool. All right, so I already have like my brows done and some mascara because it's just for my makeup throughout the day. So we're going to start with eyes here. I'm just going to like clean my camera because I feel like it's a little bit dirty. So just, you guys are going to see my shirt for a sec. I don't know if that helped or not. Is this thing all the way on? Did that help? Did I become like a little bit more clear? I feel like I did. That's a reminder, guys. Anytime you take photos of your clients or anything, always clean your camera. It makes a big difference, especially our phones. We're touching that thing all day long and it really makes a difference. And I feel like it really did make a difference, so I'm happy about that. So we are going to start with priming the eyes, and I figured I would use Painterly Paint Pot today by MAC. I normally use a concealer, but I figured I'd show you guys with a primer today because why not? Because you guys always see me use the concealer. So I don't use this on clients, so I am just going to dip in. If you're using this on clients, feel free to take a spatula and remove a little bit onto your plate or onto your hand. So we're going to start with priming, and I feel like I just added a lot, so I'm going to go from both eyes. Hi, Kit Kat, welcome. Nice to see you again too, Jeanette. Well, nice to have you here again. I don't see you guys. I do see some of you guys on Instagram, so I know some of your faces already. So is anyone doing anything exciting for the 4th of July? I'm just going to put a little bit underneath too, just to prime my eye for some shadow that I'm going to be putting under here as well. So Brooke, working with someone who uses fake tan could be a little bit tricky. It usually does have like a warmer orangey tone to it. You would want to make sure that your foundation has warmer tones to it, but I would just do your best to try to match it. And some fake tans actually do have a little bit more like pink and red in them, so that's something to look at too. Some of you guys are saying you're having dinner, party. So Carol, yes, eye primer does stop the color from fading. It helps the colors be more bright, and it's just a longer lasting effect in general. I like to set my primers. Some people don't. Do you guys like to set it or not? Out of curiosity. Kit Kat says I do. Teresa says yes. Jazzy says no, and Rusha says yes. So you can set it with a translucent powder, or you can set it with a shadow closest to your skin tone. I'm just going to be using a translucent powder. I personally use it because I just feel like the colors I put on top after just blend a lot easier. Because whatever you're going to put on top right now will stick the most to it. So I just like to set it just to make sure it's going to be nice matte, not move throughout the day anywhere. And I'm just using a fluffy brush and going throughout everywhere. But again, up to you guys, preference-wise, if this is something that you do or don't. So this was a shadow base, Rusha. It's just a Paint Pot by MAC. So pretty much would be called an eyeshadow base or primer. I feel like it's all like the same when you use concealer also as a primer or as a shadow base, whatever you guys prefer to call it. So I figured I would really do blue eyes. So Brooke, so a lot of you guys are saying, maybe I should give you guys like a choice in here. I was thinking of doing a really fun blue look with like a star here, keeping the eyes like blue and silver, or I guess you can say white, and then doing a nice bold red lip. Or do you guys rather me put in like red, white, and blue in the eyes? I just feel like I don't, like when I looked on Pinterest to get inspired for this, I feel like one, all looks end up looking the same, and I wanted to make it different for the 4th of July. But I also feel like it's more wearable this way. So I felt like blue eyes and a bold red lip go really well and nice together. So I think that's where I'm gonna go for. So, okay, you guys are liking that. And I thought it could be maybe like a fun, maybe like flared out halo type of eye. I'm not really sure where I'm gonna go with this. So just follow along and we'll see what we create together. I'm gonna be using a fluffy blending brush in this ColourPop palette here. This is Blue Moon. For eye primer, Dr. Lindsay, I like to really, majority of the time, just use a concealer. So really any concealer that works for you. All right, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna actually put this all the way throughout. So we're gonna start on the outer part here. This is a light blue, and I'm gonna go inwards. And I'm gonna, anything that's left over on my brush, I'm just gonna start kind of like flaring this part out. I don't want like a super sharp shape here, so don't, you know, go crazy adding the color there. So always start on this outer part, bring it in, windshield wiper motions. If you guys see me looking over there, it's because I'm looking at my mirror. And I want this color over here to be the darkest, and I'm going to flare that out with whatever's really left over my brush. So in and out. Really, really simple. All right. So, Kit Kat, what do you mean by shapeless? Like, does it become like messy up here, or is it not sharp enough for you on the bottom? Jazzy, blue should not scare you. It's a fun color, but. And I feel like it suits a lot of people too, which is fun about blue. The base that I use is just the MAC Paint Pot Painterly. So I'm reading your questions throughout. Roberta, these lessons can be watched again for the elite makeup students on Online Makeup Academy. So my biggest advice to you, Kit Kat, for the flare out to not lose shape is one, not adding too much color there, because like if I just started adding color here, it could just be like too much. So I always like to add here and then flare out with whatever's left over. If you feel like it's getting too messy here, you can always go back in with concealer and clean it up. And if you like a sharp one, you can always cut it with concealer too. I like to keep mine soft, but just when I'm going here, for example, on the bottom, I'll also just flare out the ending as well. Sometimes I use highlight on the Cupid's bow before the lip, but honestly, I feel like people overdo it sometimes. So I'm going here now. And whatever's left over, just flare it out. And there's such little on my brush that it's just creating a soft flare out. And just do this gradually. Don't go like in crazy. Like as you guys can see, I dip in once and then I go for it. And I'm always adding here, going in, and left over, flaring it out. Make sure like when you look straight, you can see everything. Nothing's getting folded in, especially if you guys have hooded eyes. I have a slight hood, so while I'm looking straight into my mirror, I'm just going to bring it up ever so slightly just to get the color a little bit more intense of a blue. And then flare. And sometimes, guys, a flare is not suitable for some eye shapes, so be careful when you guys are doing a flare, okay? I feel like for more deep set eyes, it can look a little bit weird because the eye socket goes a little bit more and you see the bone out there, so sometimes it takes away from that flare. Thanks, guys. You guys can also get to this point too. All it does is take practice. All right, so now we have this. What I'm gonna do at the same time as well, because we're already here with the same color, I'm gonna take a smaller brush. Let me see if I find my favorite brush. And if you guys have been here before, you know this is my favorite brush. This is the M507 from Morphe. And I'm gonna be using that same color. And I'm just gonna go underneath. And I'm doing this color already underneath because I'm just gradually gonna build it up, but I'm just gonna start lighter so we have a nice fade and it's gradual as well. And so here, for those asking about the flare, Kit Kat, this is where I would add that flare. So whatever's left over on the brush. So we're starting in the inner middle part, blending, 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 and then flare out. This is the M507. I don't know if they sell it anymore, guys. I don't know, but I know I own like 10 of these. It's really bad. It's really my favorite brush. If you guys end up finding it, feel free to send the link over to all of us. Because I know they like renamed it. I think it used to be the M506. And I don't know if this is the M507, but I don't know if they kept one or the other. Oh, that's awesome that you brought a few paintbrushes from Michael's. Hi, Genesis. Welcome. I'm not sure what we're doing yet. Maybe we'll add a liner. I don't know about lashes. So we'll see. Again, I'm going with the flow here, guys. Wow, Maria. That's an interesting dog look. So I'm going to go in with this kind of like royal blue color here, and I'm going to start adding some dimension into this look. So I am going to start on this outer part here again we're going in with this brush because it's smaller and I want to add a little bit of depth here. So I'm gonna do that. And I am gonna start cornering this out a little bit and coloring this in. And again, whatever's left over on my brush, after going inwards, I'm going to extend it out. All right. So same thing here, I'm going to add, sorry I'm like squinting or making so many faces, it's hard to like do this, guys. So we're adding, and I'm going to corner it in again. So I'm lightly just bringing it inwards and coloring this triangle, but no harsh lines, so you don't want to like cut it straight down and leave it there. And then whatever's left over, I am going to flare out. So I feel like I want to blend more a little bit here, so I'm taking my brush that I used from before, and all we're going to do is just soften that out. We don't want any harsh lines here. So it always helps to go back and forth between your brushes, guys. Don't be afraid to do so. And Kit Kat, for example, because I know you asked about this outer corner, and anyone that else is really having a hard time flaring things out. So right here, I don't know if you guys can see, it looks a little bit darker here and here. So all I'm going to do is try to fill this little area in. And if it happens where I'm not getting that, I guess, cleanliness of it, I'm just going to take a brush. Actually, I'm going to use my leftover paint pot. Normally it would be concealer, but because it's close to my like flesh color, I'm just softening out that edge there. And it already made that little like dot of like where I placed the eyeshadow a little bit lighter. So this one is just a Real Techniques brush. It is their redness correcting brush. They don't have names. I mean, they don't have numbers. And then this one right here is the M330. So I'll write down the brushes for you guys from Morphe. Real Techniques are really affordable. You guys can find them at Ulta or even like Marshall's. They have them always like on like sale or like in their thing. But they're really nice brushes as well. Not a lot of like different shapes, but they work wonderfully. So now what I'm going to do is go even further darker. I'm thinking about this as I tell you guys. So I'm gonna go in with the Clued In over here. And I'm still using the same brush. So all I'm gonna do is keep adding depth here. So I am going in, it's halfway. And I'm going to corner it out as well. And flare out. So we're really working on this extension here. That sounded like I'm talking about like a house extension. That sounded so weird. You guys know what I mean. And I'm gonna go back in with this brush. I'm gonna grab a little bit of that light blue that we used from the beginning. And I just want to soften this out even further and just add a little bit more color. Because sometimes I feel like when working with colors, like especially matte ones, sometimes they can get lost. So if you guys see already, this has a lot more dimension and color, and this one needs a little bit of help. Brooke, for a Smudge Cat eyeliner, maybe it depends on what you're using that it's becoming so patchy. Think about like what type of pencil are you using. Is it smudgy enough? Is it like movable enough, or is it drying too fast where you're not able to move it around? Hi, Sylvie. Welcome. So going again into this corner, we're adding and coloring it in. And whatever's left, we are extending. And now just taking this brush again, going back in with that blue, and really fading things out again. And guys, don't be afraid to, you know, go back and forth with your brushes. Go back in with light colors, darker colors. Obviously, when you add darker colors, you're not going to be able to necessarily make it lighter, but you can blend your darker colors better that way. This is by ColourPop, guys. And Sylvie, that's awesome. What color are you dyeing your hair? And yeah, all this takes, guys, is practice. So don't be afraid to, you know, go back and forth, practice it a million times till you guys get it right as well. All right, so there we got it. I'm gonna go and add a little bit of that royal blue that we used, which was the second color. I'm going to add it kind of like halfway here and out. Wait, guys, why? Oh, Sylvie, you're doing purple hair. I was like, wait, why is anyone saying purple? And flaring out. I actually used to have purple hair, guys, and I loved it. I'll definitely share pictures, guys. Or was that to Sylvie? So now I'm taking the darkest color and I'm just gonna do it in the outer part specifically. So we went full with the light blue, we went halfway with the second dark blue, and we're just going in the outer part for the darkest blue. So this is kind of like adding your gradual fade here. And also just doing it this way just adds a lot more dimension and fun to a look instead of just having it one color blue. So guys, they actually do colors like this with the other palettes. I have each one. So I'll show you guys real quick. They have a green. They have a pink one. This one broke. They have orange. And they have yellow, which is a fun one, which I feel like a lot of people are afraid to wear yellow. Yes, I do have the whole thing. I'm one of those people that, like, if there's one color, I need it in every color, you know? Okay. So I feel like I'm missing a hole here now. I don't know if you guys could see it, but I can see it, so just adding a little bit of color. And sometimes it helps to just pat in place really lightly. You don't always have to like be aggressive with movement. Okay, so now I'm going to put, I guess, this shadow on. It's pretty while I'm staring at it. Let me get a brush. All right, we're gonna put on Billie Jean here. I do have the purple palette too. I'm not really sure where it is right now. So I'm going to place this here in the center area into the inner part. Daisy, that's so funny. I feel like they do easily break if you drop them. That's how I lost my other one as well. So Brooke, for a prom or bridal look, it really depends on the bride. I always give myself more time. So for a full hair and makeup, I give myself 3 hours. So it's an hour and a half per service. But for bridesmaids or anything, so for that type of thing, 45 minutes to an hour tops. And I'm just packing this on right now. just to get the most color payoff, and I'm using a flat brush. And then all I'm going to do is take this one. This is the lightest kind of like frosty blue. It actually has blue pigments in it. And I'm gonna put this in the inner part here. So we used a lot of colors so far already, but it's okay. That's the beauty of creating like colorful looks and just creating dimension. Okay, so now I think it would be pretty to do, this is a palette I created from Bousset with pigments. Don't use it very often because I feel like if you ever dropped this full, you would literally just die. It's just a little bit more difficult to use. So I'm gonna take a little bit of a silver color for this inner corner. It could also be white, but I think silver would be nice. So I'm taking silver here and adding it right in the inner corner and kind of dragging it down. Helps open up the eyes this way. All right, and this is a pigment from Inglot, so it is pretty like intense. They have great pigments in general. And now what am I thinking? By the way, when I spoke about like what I'm gonna be creating today and I said I'm just gonna go with the flow, I totally had a different vision in mind. I love the way it's turning out, but point is like I had something else in my head and it's coming out completely different. That's totally fine. Sometimes you just got to go with the flow and let your creative juices go and do their thing. So that's that. I think it would be very cool. I'll actually add the star at the end to make it more fun. We'll do a winged liner for those of you requesting it. Let me see if I could find my pen or something. I don't know if I want to do it with a pen or... By the way, I personally hate liquid like this, but maybe I should show you guys with this. They also make like red liners and white eyeliner. Should I do a white eyeliner? I do have gel liner with the brush. Oh, maybe like a white eyeliner might be pretty. I think white eyeliner might be fun. Or we could do black with like silver glitter on top. I'm confusing you guys. Okay, so white eyeliner. I have this and I'm hoping it draws white on top of this. This is a Rimmel London. Some of you guys are saying black with silver glitter, but let's just do the white. Maybe I would do 1 and 1, but I think we'll keep it a full look. Okay, so I'm gonna do... Actually, I don't think it's gonna pop, guys, as much as you think it will, because of the inner corner. Are we liking it or no? Everyone's like, glitter. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do the black too, to be honest. And then we can also do like a pop of white, or we can do silver. Change of plans, which is fine. All right, I have this and I have this. All right, so I'm gonna go with black and then we'll add a little bit of glitter. You guys can start anywhere you want with your liner. I always like to start at the end, but that's up to you guys. And then I'll do the wing after. Not gonna lie, this is very interesting to do here on camera. I feel like I'm 500 feet away from my mirror. You know, like when you go so close to do your liner? This is actually the tattoo liner by Kat Von D. It's not something I use often. I do not use this on clients. I feel like it's very difficult to keep sanitary, and sometimes it's a pain in the butt if you're drawing like on top of glitter liner or something that's like super chunky pigmented. It doesn't want to draw. It like stops. But it is great for yourself. Again, I think it's great to, you would have to spray this down with alcohol and like clean it off that way. It's great for yourself, but again, my preference in general is always like a brush with liner, or even just smudging out a liner with regular kohl liner. And I personally hate, like I don't mind this type of liquid liner, but the ones with the brushes, like I really just, for some reason, don't like them as much. But again, some people find those easier, some people find them more difficult, so find what works best for you. And now I'm just going to extend here. So I would never tight line with liquid liner. I would always do it with a gel or with a pencil. Liquid liner would, I feel like, just bleed into your eye. What's a good liner for hooded eyes? Are you asking for like transfer resistancy or? That's awesome, Brooke. I'm glad you're going along and doing some makeup. I hope a lot of you guys are doing some makeup right now. See, like right now this is drying out on me and it's annoying me. So I go on my arm to kind of get it going. And I don't know why they like dry out so fast, but it does help to do this, get it wet again, and go. And sometimes it just doesn't come out as black as you want it to. I'm just gonna add a little bit of black here and smudge that. This is just adding a little bit more dimension here. So the brand of eyeliner is Kat Von D, guys. And Jeanette, I'm glad I'm not the only one that has this problem. Oh, Genesis, you're doing, wow, that's awesome. I don't even know what you looked like for your graduation, but congrats to you. Okay, so I'm gonna do some more mascara because I did have mascara on, but I feel like I need more after playing with all that. Oh, right, glitter. Just kidding. This glitter, by the way, from Urban Decay can actually make people feel a little bit sensitive, especially the NYX ones too. They sometimes burn, so just be careful with sensitivity, guys. I am going to, and also you need to sometimes apply this guy a few times if you want it like full on, what's the word? Like opaque. So I'm gonna let this dry and maybe do another layer. And while it dries, we'll move on to the skin. And then we'll do mascara and the star after. So I am going to be using BH Liquid Cosmetics Foundation. It's actually one of my favorite drugstore foundations. If you guys have never tried it, it's actually quite amazing. Has anyone ever tried it? So I remember when I would wear this for myself, I'd get so many compliments on it. I will write it for you guys in the chat for those asking. And it's really just a really nice foundation. It almost reminds me of Makeup Forever Reboot, but like half the price. Might even give a little bit more coverage than Makeup Forever Reboot from like the start. So I'm just using like a small dome-shaped brush. I could use something bigger, but it's fine. But I do like dome-shaped brushes overall. So I would not say this is meant specifically for oily skin. It's definitely a little bit more of a hydrating foundation. So, you know, I would definitely prep the face beforehand, but again, I have oily skin and I love how this wears, but I do need to blot throughout the day. So will this eye look good with a blush pink dress? I think so. I would definitely stick to like more pinkier, like blush pink tones for your blush then, and maybe like something for your lip in that color, but very like faint. More of like a nude blush pink. All right, so here we are. Oh, really just like, I don't know, looks like skin but glowy. But it's not like super glowy. It just literally what it says, naturally flawless. It's like a natural finish. Okay? And I actually still have this much foundation left over from what I pumped. I don't know if I pumped it again. Did I pump it again? I don't even know. If I did, that's left over from that, but I don't think I did, so who knows. Don't have a thing to wipe it off, so it's fine. I am going to just add that one thing of glitter again because it's dry. And it's not necessary, but I think it would be nice to have it pop more. You could also put this on the eye instead of the liner. You could put it in the inner corner. You can just put this in the center. All right, and now we're gonna move on to skin, the rest. So before I do mascara and anything, I am going to add a little bit of bronzer here. I'm just using a baked bronzer. This is from Milani. And I'm going to take a brush. I really don't know what I did with like my really big brushes. All I have is face brushes, so it's fine. This is my biggest brush today, so we're going to use it. Been moving things around in here, I just can't find it. So I'm going to go around my forehead. I just have a larger forehead, so I am doing this area specifically, but it's not necessary to do if you have a smaller forehead. You may want to just keep it to the sides then. I'm bringing mine down. And then I am going to do my cheek area. Yeah, I think it's important to like be able to, you know, work with high-end and drugstore products, again, like for myself and like to play around with makeup and create looks, like it's totally fine to use drugstore makeup because it's definitely more affordable for you guys and everything. So I think it's great. I feel like there's actually a lot of dupes actually. So Carol, there's no difference between it. It's just that I know that I would get fallout personally, so I leave my skin to be last. If I was doing a supernatural look, I would probably do skin first and then eyes. So Angela, it's a great question. I would just clean up under the eyes, or I would just do the eyes completely first and then do my prepping of the skin. Sandy says, I know this before a contour stick, like to contour your nose, what makeup brush to use that won't take away from the coverage but still allow it to blend. I would use something fluffy and small, like even the M507 brush. And just be careful like how you're putting it onto your skin. I didn't realize how much I actually really like this bronzer. It's a really pretty bronzer. You know when you guys haven't used something for so long and then you're just like, wow, I remember about it. Yep, this is it. Angela, when you're asking what do I personally do when doing brides, that's a very broad question. In what sense do you mean? Like what are you asking specifically? Daisy, I would say Makeup Forever Reboot Foundation is so great on mature skin. This, guys, is Milani Soleil. I don't write them down beforehand because I kind of just grab and go as I'm creating. So if you guys have any question about a certain thing, let me know. Erin, for concealer, make sure you're using something that's correcting your darkness first. Are you using a peachy concealer at all? You guys are asking so many questions today. How to make an eyeliner color show. Try to either use like a base of some sort beforehand, or it just, the pigment might be not so great. I'm going to start putting on my red lip so I don't run out of time while I'm talking with you guys. I'm just going to use a lip liner. This is from Jordana. This is also actually one of my favorite drugstore lip liners. They're so easy to use, and it's called Sedona Red. Acne prone skin and concealer for that. I would say Makeup Forever. What's it called? Full coverage concealer, full cover. And then I would say, I mean, it really depends what you're looking for. Are you looking for full coverage? Are you looking for something that's more mattifying? Which majority of the time, yes. The matte, the matte one from Makeup Forever is also really great, but also the Estee Lauder foundation. I forget what it's called. So I'm just outlining my lips. So, Ernestine, how to make eye color show up? What do you mean by that? The eye color to pop more? So we're actually doing that class next week, so stay tuned. It's going to be about how to make your brown eyes, green eyes, and blue eyes pop, like what shadows are best. Sorry, I can't really talk and then doing the lip, so 1 second. Imagine we all started just wearing lip liner like this. I've never used this color. Oh, it's pretty. Make sure to get into those inner corners. That was not a cute line. I'm gonna fix that. Trying to rush this a little bit so I can answer your questions. Okay. All right. And then while I'm answering your questions, I'm just going to use this as a blush. If you guys ever notice, I didn't put on blush, so I am going to use this as my blush because I feel like you need a pretty intense blush when you have a red lip. So how to wear concealer on eyes that have fine lines? Honestly, anything will settle into fine lines, so it's really just about not putting so much there. So it doesn't have a chance to crease. I know that was a lot. I'm just going to take this and use my primer concealer brush here. Just soften it out. And then, so the lipstick is Rita by NARS, and the liner is Jordana Sedona Red. So, Lori, are you saying you're having a hard time where your concealer is settling in your eyes because of the dryness? When you use lip liner, should it be darker than the lipstick you use? No, not necessarily. It really depends what you're trying to achieve. If you're trying to achieve more definition and depth and things like that, then yes, a little bit. But if you're just, you know, creating a perfect lip or whatever, totally could use the same color. I've used Cinema Secrets foundation on clients before. I think it's a little bit more difficult to work with as it's cream. And for me doing bridal work, I feel like cream isn't the best option. So Jade, hi, welcome. So this is a 4th of July look actually, so this is why it looks pretty intense and bold. But totally could be a nighttime look if you would like it to be. Can this look be worn daytime? Why not? I think you can wear whatever you want at any time of the day, to be honest. I feel like there's no rules. July was better for more mature eyes, matte, cream, or glitter. I would say more matte shadows and something with a little bit of shimmer. Nothing chunky, shimmery, or nothing glitter. If I had to pick one eyeshadow palette for bridal makeup, that's actually a really good question. I would probably choose the neutral one from Natasha Denona. What color number is the lipstick and the lip pencil? I wrote that down, guys. So if you guys aren't in the chat here, I'm sending it. Just, it's NARS, Rita, and Jordana Sedona Red. So now I'm just going to put a fun star on. And I don't know where I'm putting it on yet, but we'll figure it out. I'm going to use a glitter glue primer. It could be eyelash glue. I just couldn't find my eyelash glue, so you guys don't need to have this specifically. And I'm wondering if I should add it in this inner corner here or somewhere here. I'm gonna attempt here. That is not where I imagined it. Too far. I feel like I need another one. You can also be like super different with these or super symmetrical. I like symmetry in general, so I'm gonna keep it symmetrical, but it's up to you guys. Oh, there we go. And you can totally add some here. I'm gonna keep it nice and simple and add some mascara. And while you guys are still here listening to me, I just want to let you guys know that next class is everything about the best eye looks for different eyes. So green eyes, blue eyes, and brown and hazel eyes. I'll give you guys some like examples, and maybe we'll do one of the eyes and see and have some fun with makeup as well. And that's going to be next Wednesday. It's going to be at 7 o'clock again. So that is on July 7th. I also just want to let you guys know that if anyone here is interested in Online Makeup Academy, we are scheduling virtual tours. So if you guys have ever thought about it, if you want real-time guidance from one of our team members who's also a graduate of one of our programs, she's just going to show you what it's like to really attend Online Makeup Academy. It's free to do, so I'm going to send you guys that link in the chat. I just sent it, so feel free to copy it. And the stars, I got them from Michaels. So any kind of like glittery fun stuff like that you guys see on makeup things, everything is from a craft store. So, you know, have fun at the craft store. Really great to also look into the paintbrush section, as I mentioned before, to get some great liner brushes. Just make sure they're soft and everything like that. Don't like, you know, get ones that are hard and like scratchy on the eye. But they really keep their shape really nice. And the last thing I want to tell you guys about, as I'm pretty much done with this look, you could totally add black in the waterline. I would probably add it, but I'm kind of slightly allergic to it in a weird way. My eyes get really red, so I'm gonna let it go. Do I love this mascara? No, so I can't really say and recommend it. It's Lash Freak by Urban Decay. It can get a little bit clumpy. And for inside the waterline, anything that's waterproof. So Makeup Forever has great liners that are waterproof. And I don't know if you guys know who Linda Hallberg is, but she's a great artist and has her own line. I also really like her eyeliner, so I'll write that down for you. So the last thing I wanted to mention to you guys is that tomorrow I am launching a course for hair and makeup artists interested in bridal specifically. So it is the first time we're launching it. So if anyone is interested in building a bridal business as your own person, being your own bridal boss, or building a team, it's going to be all about that. So I will I know some of you guys signed up already, which is awesome. I know Kit Kat and Abigail have signed up for the wait list. The first 10 people to join are going to get some like bonuses and things like that. But if you guys do want to follow along or have any questions about it or are interested, feel free to follow us along on Bridal Biz Lab. So it's only going to be open for like a limited time because we all are only taking a certain amount of students. So just wanted to give you guys that opportunity as well. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this look. Do you guys have any more last minute questions for me? So Rusha, it's not anything to do, so in the course, it's not anything to do with teaching you guys how to do makeup. It's everything about the business side of bridal makeup. So how to create a team, how to market yourself. I mean, pretty much how to be a full-on bridal boss. It's what I do. It's how I'm able to be a stay-at-home mom with my baby. And also how to be able to make passive income as a makeup artist. So there are times where I'm not working for a full-on month, but I'm still making money because my team is working for me. So there will be no makeup looks in the course. Ooh, Louise, anyone who has done their makeup today, feel free to tag us. I'd love to see your looks, guys. So tag us on Online Makeup Academy, and you guys can also tag me as well. And I'll post this look on my Instagram so you guys can see the finished results too. So yes. Sorry, just reading all everyone's comments here. Gina, you're saying, will there be business classes for other types of makeup looks aside from bridal? So it's really focused on bridal because it's what I do, but can it be used for other types? Yes, but like building a team part might not be relevant to you. Oh, Maria, thank you. All right, guys. So again, next class is going to be July 7th at 7 p.m. as always. Wednesday, best eye looks for different eyes, green, blue, brown, and hazel. I think we'll also do a fun makeup look that day. And then have a great 4th of July. If you guys are out celebrating, have fun creating looks. If you guys create anything, please tag us both. We would love to see everything you guys create. And again, for those of you guys who want to schedule a virtual tour, I'm going to send that over for you guys as well one more time. But thank you guys so much for joining along, for watching me create this makeup look. I feel like I have red lipstick on my teeth, but it's okay. I feel like that always happens. But I will see you guys next class. Happy 4th and enjoy it, all right? Bye. Bye, guys.